Hello guys, welcome back to our channel. We are so excited to have you again. There have been multiple reactions from politicians all over Nigeria, from all the six geopolitical zones, over the outcome of the recently held Southern Governors Summit that was held in Asaba Delta State on Tuesday. And most of them have expressed worry over different aspects, different resolutions that have been reached during that meeting. One of it has been the issue of anti-open grazing. But right now we're looking at the issue of restructuring, which the governors have emphasized that it must be taken into consideration, and there must be a legal framework towards that. But most politicians believe that it's going to strengthen the governors the more. And one of Southeast finest, one of Southeast top politician and also chieftain in the APC have reacted and have made some very strong recommendation or very strong reaction, pointing at grave danger for the governors to be more empowered than they are right now. We're going to look at that in a jiffy and also analyze some of the things that he has made mention in the news. But before we go ahead with details of the news and for the analysis, we'd like to encourage you to please subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button and also the bell icon so that you can get notification anytime we publish our videos. All right, let's look at the news in detail. Director General of the Voice of Nigeria, VON Osita Okechukwu, has stressed the need for Nigerians to look beyond the frenzy of restructuring as canvassed by the Southern Governors Summit. Okechukwu, a chieftain of All Progressive Congress APC, stated this in a statement made available to journalists in Enugu on Thursday while reacting to the outcome of the recently held Southern Governors Summit in Asaba Delta State. Said conceding more powers to the governors may put the country's democracy in grave danger. He advised Nigerians to tread carefully and not to see socio-economic and security challenges facing the country as a reason to give more powers to governors who are already mismanaging their power as emperors. According to him, giving more powers to governors will, by omission or commission, create Frankenstein monsters which will put our democracy in harm's way. The VON boss recalled that President Muhammadu Buhari in 2018 endorsed the amendment of the 1999 Constitution granting financial autonomy to the state judiciary and state legislature as foundation for real restructuring. He said, but painfully, 2 years down the line, the governors have refused to implement it, talking about the issue of financial autonomy to the state judiciary and state legislature. The VON DG maintained that Nigerians cannot expect good governance when governors acting as emperors had locked up all democratic institutions in the state. He said, Whereas one endorsed the Southern Governors communique that the progress of the nation requires that urgent and bold steps should be taken to restructure the Nigerian Federation. Thus, leading to the evolution of state police, review of revenue allocation formula in favor of the subnational government, and creation of other institutions which legitimately advance our commitment to and practice of true federalism. One is, however, of the candid view that we need dual restructuring. First, we need dual restructuring to restructure democratic state institutions so as to unlock state judiciary, state legislature, and local government. It will be paradoxical for us to expect good governance at the subnational level when the governors have locked up democratic institution. If you listen to what he has said, there's a lot of intelligence, a lot of good ideas, because we have to be careful before making decision. It must not just be, it shouldn't be a kind of just waking up and we run after restructuring when certain aspects of the state structure has not also been restructured. I don't know if you get me. Now, this is what I mean. If, as you're looking at the system right now, the president is in charge of everything, and people like, hey, we do not want the president because of poor performance, especially in the area of insecurity and other key things which Nigerians were really looking up to the president for. He has not performed, and now they're crying out for restructuring. As much as we are desiring that they should be restructuring, at the same time, we must give autonomy to the judiciary and also to the legislature at the state level. Because if that is not done, the governors will be too powerful. Imagine, if even as a noun, if you've been playing state politics or you know a little about state politics, you realize that some of the governors are victimizing their own. Some of them, they are victimizing a lot of other politicians in the state. So imagine giving them all the power in terms of the funding that is coming, in terms of different, there will be war. These guys will begin to act like gods. They will frustrate the activities of the judiciary. They will frustrate the activities of the local government. They will frustrate the activities of the legislature. Now, okay, look at some, according to him, he said that's talking about Osita. I'm not supporting him, but I'm trying to be very, very objective about this. Looking at what is ongoing in the state level, most of the states do not recognize the local government. Most of them have refused to give financial autonomy to the judiciary so that they can be independent enough to carry out their responsibility. Each of the arms of the government, executive, legislature, and judiciary, are meant to act like watchdog over each other. Now, they cannot perform their function very well except they are given autonomy, especially financial autonomy, because that is the determining factor. If, for example, now you take up a case against the state governor and at the end of the day you messed up, refuse to give in to his demands, automatically he's going to seize the payment of your salary, the payment of your allowances, the payment of your bonuses. You understand? So everybody at the end of the day will end up dancing to the tune of the state governor. If you refuse to, if you are castigating the governor, maybe you are in a pressure group or you are in the opposition and you are castigating the governor for one or two decisions that he has made, if he can't get to you, the next thing he will make use of state police to begin to fight you. Now the state police must give into it, because if they don't do in accordance to what the state governors are doing or are demanding them to do, their salaries also will be stopped. So you now realize that restructuring will strengthen the governors real good and will leave everyone at their mercies. So the ideal thing that must be done is to ensure that all the arms of government operational in the state level must be given financial autonomy. In other words, the federal government must be the one that will still be paying them out of the percentage that the state will be sending down to the federal government so that they can do their jobs amicably. Even the state police must be funded by the federal government, because I'm just wondering if the state governors are the ones to fund it, those guys will be playing according to their tune. There is no way that they will do anything outside the demands of the state governors. And already, even some of them who are not even so powerful, they have not been given restructuring yet. See how powerful they are. It's something that we have to reconsider. So during the period of the constitutional amendment, which will be ongoing, I think from the 27th of May, these things can be considered, and so that at the end of the day, we don't end up messing up our lives, at the state level. We don't end up frustrating ourselves at the end of the day. I like to leave it there. Just go to our comment section and let's try to be straight to the point. What do you think about the recommendation by Osita Okechukwu? For me, it's a little bit good. So what do you have to say about it? Let's interact.